Who doesn't know or have ever heard about Jodi Picoult? Right, we all must have heard her once in a while or a lifetime. But have you really read all his marvelous yet exciting novels till now? No, I am sure, because there is a huge collection of them and you need some time on hand. But to know which book tells us what only needs a few minutes and a good YouTube video? Yeah, you're at the right place to begin with. With 26 novels under her belt, best-selling American novelist Jodi Picoult is thought to have already sold over 40 million copies of her works. In her works of modern literature, she is well known for tackling issues that are not just emotionally taxing, but also difficult and disputable. In addition, her career has lasted an unbelievable amount of time. Her first novel, Songs of the Humpback Whale, was published in 1992. Since then, she has written a total of 25 novels, all of which have been bestsellers, and she has earned praise from readers worldwide. You should begin right here if you've never picked up one of Jodi Picoult's books. These are 10 of our top picks, compiled for your convenience. With the exception that you don't know who Jodi Picoult is. Picoult is a master storyteller who artfully crafts situations that not only challenge the reader's intellect, but also speak to the humanity underlying all of our flaws. From the author of Wish You Were Here and She's Not There comes a tale that will stir your heart and mind about the memories you hold dear and the ones you let go. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and share. If you're new to this channel, hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon to never miss an update. Links to the books are given in the description below. Number 10. Between the Lines. Jodi wrote this young adult series in collaboration with her baby girl. The teenage heroine and outcast Delilah invest a significant amount of time in the campus library throughout the events of the initial novel, Between the Lines. Something about the story's protagonist and her most recent discoveries has completely consumed her. Both his bravery and his selflessness are qualities that she strongly admires in a partner. Delilah is an introvert who spends her time at the campus library reading just books. Even though it's a fairy tale, Between the Lines reads like a contemporary novel. But as the lines between reality and her imagination continue to blur in both amazing and startling dimensions, Delilah is compelled to confront the question about whether or not she holds the potential to reinvent her tale, which sums up an interesting yet intriguing novel. Number 9. My Sister's Keeper. Jodi Picoult, an American novelist, published her 12th book, titled My Sister's Keeper, in the year 2004. It followed the life of Anna Fitzgerald when she was 13 years old. Remember that this is a really sad movie with death as one of the primary themes throughout the story. This movie focuses on a young girl who has been battling leukemia since she was 2 years old. It follows her family as they cope with her illness and witness her progressive decline. Helping her sister Kate, who was born with leukemia, has been the driving force behind Anna's existence ever since she was born. She feels an intense love for her. She had never questioned her role in the past, but now she has the impression that her sister has always defined who she is and that she is not the real her. The young lady files a lawsuit against her parents, seeking medical independence after being instructed to give one of her kidneys to her older sister Kate. The case of Molly and Adam Nash serves as the inspiration for the film My Sister's Keeper, which is based on a true story. Number 8. 19 Minutes is the next up book by Jodi. After one bullying episode, Peter loses control and commits a violent deed that permanently alters the lives of the people living in Sterling. In her novel, Jodi reflects a real-life top story that will challenge your preconceived notions and cause you to second-guess your decisions. She brings up a very pertinent point by bringing up a school shooting that was just in the news. You will have the opportunity to see that there is often more to a story than what is presented in the headline. The town of Sterling, located in New Hampshire, is an unremarkable place where nothing exciting ever takes place. It won't be shaken out of its boredom unless something violent happens. Peter Houghton is responsible for the deaths of 10 locals. As the proceedings of his court hearing continue, it is fascinating to think about what could have possibly led the kind and loving young man to commit murder. Number 7. The Pact by Jodi is another interesting storybook by Jodi. Since they moved it next door to one other 18 years ago, the Golds and the Harts have become inseparable neighbors. The drama, which stars Ricky Aola, centers on a bereaved family whose lives are irrevocably altered when they are visited by a stranger who claims to be connected to them. The stranger believes they are related to the family in some way. Chris and Emily, who attend the same high school, become friends after this, and their friendship develops into more than just a platonic relationship. The protagonists in this emotionally draining book are forced to confront some big problems that are universally relevant to us all. The Pact is an excellent example of the art of narrative. It is perfectly detailed, profoundly emotional, and nearly hard to put aside. Number 6. Off the Page. This one comes along with the 19 minutes. Not even one book of the Jodi is boring. Off the Page is an intriguing story of a 16-year-old. Delilah is finally reunited with Oliver, a prince who appears to have been lifted straight from the pages of a fairy tale. The aspect of the story I enjoyed was the friendship between Delilah's best friends, Jules and Edgar. They share a common interest and weird references in zombies. Off the Page is a sequel in all but name. It tells the story of Oliver adjusting to life in the real world with the woman he loves. In Off the Page, the reader is given the opportunity to marvel at the universe that Picoult has built. In addition, it wraps up many loose ends from the first book, providing the finest possible conclusion. Off the Page is great for you whether you're seeking a romance that's beautifully written or a fantasy novel that will keep you on the edge of your seat. It was disappointing that the story had to come to an end, but I look forward to reading more works by Picoult and Van Leer in the future. Number 5. Small Great Things by Jodi. The new book by Jodi Picoult, titled Small Great Things, covers the narrative of an African-American labor and delivery nurse and the discrimination that surrounds her treatment of a white supremacist couple's infant boy. The novel takes place in the present day. She explains to Scott Simon of NPR what inspired her to write about this topic in her tale. Jodi Picoult, whose books have combined to sell over 14 million copies in various countries around the world, has just released her newest book, titled Small Great Things. Kennedy, who is acting as her defense lawyer, suggests that she should refrain from using her ethnicity as a competitive advantage in the courtroom. Ruth's perspective is fundamentally opposed to his recommendations. Even though the case is generating a lot of media attention, she does her best to carry on with her everyday life for the sake of her young son and the family as a whole. Interestingly, I got to know about Jodi's remarks in which Jodi says that this book will always be unique to her, since it was the agent for a fundamental shift in the way she considers and talks to herself about who she is. Number 4. The Tenth Circle by Jodi. Another hit from his collection is Where the Trip of the Tenth Circle is modeled after Dance Inferno, and it examines the bond between a father and his daughter. The scenario immediately becomes more complicated when Trixie claims her partner of a violent and awful crime as her dad struggles to safeguard his daughter despite trying to keep his secrets hidden. That being said, it might sound horrific, but the narrative is based on something that happened in real life. Number 3. Wish You Were Here. This book is written for a reason. The life of Diana O'Toole is featured in this tale of overcoming obstacles and becoming victorious. By the time she was 30, she should have been married. It is expected that by the time she is 35 years old, she will no longer be having children and will have relocated to New York. She is expected to accomplish all of this while simultaneously achieving professional success in the highly ruthless field of painting. Picoult said, Wish You Were Here is based on the genuine account of a Japanese traveler stranded at Machu Picchu during the COVID outbreak. Despite taking place in a gorgeous, sun-kissed landscape, Wish You Were Here has a somewhat laborious atmosphere, which is to be expected. Along with her personal struggles, the novel centers on those of a daughter and a father she met in the Galapagos. Number 2. The Storyteller. Even though it is a work of fiction, much of the incidents in it are based on the experiences of victims and research into the old days. Why it's so important to read? Everything that happens in the book is based on real events. Sage Singer is a baker who stays up throughout the night to prepare the cakes and sweets that will be sold the following day. It all begins when an elderly gentleman makes regular visits to the baker, and the two form an unexpected bond. Because of the clumsy twist endings that are used in this, readers will be able to guess the ultimate twist a long time before it happens. These simply serve to reveal what the author was trying to cover up. In any case, it is a terrifying and scary work of fiction. Number 1. Plain Truth. Plain Truth is one of the last from the top recommendations alongside others by Jodi. The heartbreaking true story told in Plain Truth is about a little Amish girl who is alleged to have murdered her baby son. Her defense is being handled by a powerful lawyer in Philadelphia who, not long ago, won in a case in which a man was accused of sexually abusing children. Ellie and Katie become friends throughout the struggle, as well as through their conversations with one another, and they start to recognize certain realities about themselves. These realizations allow them to achieve a level of contentment in their lifestyles that previously felt unattainable. All those who take the time to read plain truth will find themselves moved by the story's concepts of love, faith, and sincerity. Jodi has an amazing long list of books with great stories. Most importantly, the titles are quite engaging and captivating that made you get the books and read them. I hope it happens with you too, because it's always worth reading. This video helps you find the next book you are going to read. Then like and share this video. Let me know in comment section on what type of books I should cover in my next video. Also, if you read one of the book mentioned in this video, share your review or thoughts with us. Subscribe this channel for more such awesome videos. Thanks for watching.